What's up, everybody? I happen to be in the South End Community Center right now, right outside the Bay State Academy Bulls basketball practice. As you know, the Bay State Academy Bulls are getting ready for the season, which is upcoming, starts tomorrow. And we are joining you from their practice, episode 213. So shout out to you if you're watching this, and shout out to these Bay State Bulls. I have them ranked at number 4, but they have all the juice, they got all the swag, they got the roster and everything needed, expert coaching to be state champions. And the journey has already started last week, and it truly begins with their first matchup. So without further ado, let's get this show going. I have stuff from the news, NFL review from yesterday's day, NBA and NHL. The high school basketball season preview will be complete tonight after a few questions from Coach Steven Rodriguez of the Paulo Freire Panthers. And hopefully I get a chance to contact Coach Bruce of the Commerce Red Raiders. So let's begin with the news. Pats Bills tonight. Who you guys got? I honestly think it's going to be close. I've heard from a couple friends they think it's going to be a blowout. Not too many people have agreed with my prediction of 23-17, but that stands. Patriots 23, Bills 17. I do not have the finances to bet on this one tonight, so my bank account is safe. For with what has happened down in South Beach, Miami, wherever the fuck you want to call it. Head coach Manny Diaz was fired. Finally, a lot of us who cover sports predicted that something like that was going to happen. And what did they do? They hired Manny Cristobal from Oregon. It was a coordinator, head coach type deal. Manny Diaz was 21-15 in 3 seasons as Miami's head coach, but failed to make it as far as winning a bowl, failed to make it to the college football playoff. So, even though he was the son of a former governor, when you go in there talking that big shit and you are coach of a very legendary school, such as Miami University, Deion Sanders, Ray Lewis, Edgerrin James, Michael Irvin, just to name a few. When you're a head coach at a program like that and it doesn't translate what you're talking about in the pre-games, what you're talking about before the season happens, what you're talking about in that conference, that press conference, when you're hired, if you don't live up to that, you know, this is when you usually feel that. 2 or 3 years after, if you don't get something done, you don't get something handled, you're fired. Kapoof. And that's what the Miami athletic director felt about Manny Diaz. 21-15 is not good enough in 3 years, but I bet everything I have that Manny Diaz will have a job within a few months, actually. The football team wins its 5th straight. They down the Seahawks 17-15. The Raiders, they down the Las Vegas Raiders 17-15. Shout out to that Washington football team starting to creep back up on those Dallas Cowboys. I had to look at Coach Bird when I said something about them Cowboys, goddammit. Anyway, Purdue NCAA basketball for the men's side has jumped to the number 1 spot in the AP Top 25 for the first time in school's history. Ooh, they're loud. Now, this isn't the Purdue football team who fucked a lot of us over as far as betting's concerned when we saw what they did as far as all the upsets within the top 25. But the Purdue Boilermakers basketball team is still one to not doubt, and still a team you want to put some pesos on if that's what you're doing. My Zags lose again to the sharp shooting team, who I will get back to you guys on that. I'm sorry, a little mess up on my paper. Zags lose again, but as I mentioned when we talked about Purdue, They're not ranked number 1 anymore. But yeah, it sucks when they lose again. It's nothing I could really say. We suck. We need to get better. That was a horrible outing, and we definitely didn't rebound the ball the way that we should have. Here's something funny, and I'm going to make sure I don't have any sideways remarks or anything funny to say, even though I'm not funded by an entity like the FCC. I don't work for ABC or anything like that, so I could really say what I want. The U.S. government is planning a diplomatic boycott of the Beijing Olympics. Not saying that you should too, but yeah, if the U.S. government is announcing its plans to boycott the Olympics, I mean, yeah, I don't know. That's a conversation for a different podcast. We want to talk about China and government, politics, whatever. Seahawks upset the Niners 30-23. Really thought San Fran was going to win that one. Now win big. But Seahawks played spoiler, and Sierra's husband got a victory. And finally, the Indianapolis Colts blanked the Texans 31-0. Just hurry up and trade Deshaun so you know what you're going to get, right? That's it for the news. And let's move on with the rest of the show. Before I hit you with NFL review, again, I wanna shout out the Bay State Bulls. As you see, these young men are practicing hard. Shout out to Coach Dion Bird for inviting me. I am, to say honored to be able to be at this practice is an understatement. And it's going to be awesome to see some of these young men develop into future NBA stars, move on to college, and ball the fuck out as well. Shout out to the Bay State Bulls. They're on it, man. Anyway, we are going to go with the NFL review. Here we go. Chiefs over the Broncos 22-9. Pat Mahomes trying to get back into those winning ways. Seattle 30, San Fran 23. I just talked about that. San Fran should not have lost that game. Whatever. Steelers win a game. Holy shit. They beat the Ravens 20-19. The Baltimore Ravens are horribly inconsistent. Not a team that I would put money on at all because you can't tell what's going to happen week in and week out. Does Lamar have COVID this week? Oh, no, he doesn't. Oh, the offensive line sucks. Oh, no, this week they don't. Too much inconsistency. The La Rams beat the shit out of Jacksonville, like I said. 37-7. They covered, but it didn't matter because the Bengals didn't, and I lost most of what I had. Those two straight-up bets I made with Dad. Anyway, the football team over the Raiders, 17-15. Washington football team has won 5 in a row. You fucking Cowboys need to be scared. Philly 33, Jets 18. Shout out Coach Waddy. You kind of knew that was going to happen, and I'm pretty sure you did too. Nice victory. Dolphins over the Giants, 20-9. Indy blanks Houston, as I said before, 31-0. Detroit Lions get a fucking win. Holy shit. They beat the Vikings who can't do anything. 29-27. Chargers beat Cincy, 41-22. I'm a bit upset with that one, but it is what it is. Joey Burrow's inconsistent. He's growing. So, yeah. Cardinals over the Bears, 33-22. We always love when the Bears or the Lions or the Vikings, oh my, lose. Yeah, shout out to the Cardinals. Thanks for that, guys. And Tampa fucking Bay 30, Atlanta 17. Tom Brady and them with a victory. Which, you know, he's not happy with that. He's happy with another ring around his finger, which he's probably going to get. I hope not, but that's the reality of things. And on Thursday, just for review, the Dallas Cowboys beat the New Orleans Saints 27-17. Taysom Hill is not a quarterback. I don't give a fuck what any Saints fan says to me. In the comments, in the DM, Taysom Hill is not a quarterback. So until the Saints do something about the quarterback position, they're just going to be losers. And that's it for the NFL. NBA, really quickly. Utah Jazz over the Cavaliers, 127-108. Snaps the Cavs win streak. They were doing all right. Charlotte 130, Atlanta 127. Toronto over the Washington Wizards 102-90. And the Rockets get a win. Holy shit, they beat NOLA 118-108. And there goes the NBA scores. NHL really quickly. Tampa Bay 7, Philly 1. That wasn't a misprint. This one isn't either. Columbus Jets 6, San Jose Sharks 4. Yeah. The Columbus Jets beat you. You know you're having a bad fucking day. Chicago Blackhawks over the Islanders 3-2 in the shootout. Winnipeg beats Toronto 6-3. The La Kings destroy Edmonton 5-1, and the Vegas fucking Knights beat Calgary 3-2. No bets on hockey tonight. Yeah. And I saw somebody do a little sub, commenting kind of something I had said about the Vegas Knights, the Golden Knights. Fuck you. If it ain't directed, it ain't respected, bitch. Anyway, that is what we have for episode number 213 of 413 Sports Talk. I'm your host, Rahim Escalay. 38 subscribers on YouTube, and we're on Facebook as well. Please, we're trying to make this the best sports show in New England, and we can't do that without you. Continuing to share, interact with the show, and message me or directly comment on some of the posts. That's what we need, so let's increase that. I am going to sit and enjoy a little bit of the Bay State Bulls, Bay State Academy Bulls practice. They're ranked number 4, as if you may remember from the older episodes and me consistently talking about them. But they have everything to win the state championship this year. So I'm gonna chill, kick it with them. Hopefully talk a little bit to some of the players. I love you all and wish you nothing but health, wealth, and success. And we'll see you tomorrow morning with episode 214 of 413 Sports Talk. A little heads up, a little sneak peek. There is going to be a Springfield government official who will be participating in tomorrow's episode. For you to know who that is, you gotta tune in. I'm gonna keep it under wraps, unless you're special and you DM me. All right. Have a great day, guys. We'll see you tomorrow morning with episode 214. Take a look at the Bay State Bulls in their practice real quick. We're in the South End Community Center, as the chair says, by the way.